Welcome to Flow Tao Salon. Today we are diving deep into a really fascinating report. This one comes from the Red Meal Industry Research Institute, and it was just published back in March of 2026. It's called the 2025 Catering Industry Hot Tracks Inventory Report, and it gives us an amazing snapshot of what's really going on in the world of food.
So here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll get a handle on the new reality of the market. Then we'll check out the viral products that everyone was talking about, see what new business models are actually working, and finally, we'll wrap it all up with the 3 most important findings from the entire report.
Okay, let's jump right in and set the stage. The dining industry has, well, it's turned a new page. It's a whole new chapter, and the old ways of doing things just don't cut it anymore.
Just to give you an idea of the sheer scale we're dealing with, China's dining market hit a mind-boggling 5.8 trillion yuan in 2025. I mean, it is a massive, massive industry. But you know what? The most interesting part isn't just the size, it's the speed of the changes happening within it.
And this chart tells the whole story. After that massive rebound in 2023 with over 20% growth, everyone was celebrating. The market suddenly slammed on the brakes. Growth slowed all the way down to just over 3% in 2025. The era of easy, explosive growth is officially over.
This new reality has a specific name: stock competition. What that means is the game isn't about finding new customers anymore. The market's saturated. Now it's a fierce fight for the customers who are already there. Everyone is battling for a slice of the exact same pie.
So in an environment that competitive, how do you actually win? Well, the answer seems to be product innovation. Let's take a look at the viral taste that completely took over.
Man, 2025 was a whirlwind of food trends. Just look at this list. 1 minute, everybody was obsessed with butter mochi and corn tarts. Then, blink, and Thai milk tea was the drink everyone had to have. The pace was just relentless.
So why did these specific things blow up? It's about so much more than just being tasty. They tapped into something deeper. The winning products delivered an experience that was delicious, memorable, and emotionally healing. People weren't just looking for a snack. They were looking for comfort, for a good feeling, for a memory. And the data from social media backs this up 100%. When people were posting about these foods, look at this, almost 2/3 of the entire conversation was about the sensory experience. The taste, the smell, the look, the texture, that's what drove the conversation, way more than something like price.
And here it is, the secret formula. Notice that none of these viral hits were completely new inventions. They were transformations. The winning strategy was to take a familiar, beloved comfort food and upgrade it into a whole new experience. It's brilliant, really, because it's familiar enough for people to try, but new enough to feel exciting.
But look, a viral product alone isn't going to cut it. The truly successful brands are thinking bigger. They're innovating their entire business model, looking way beyond just what's on the plate. One of the huge trends is this idea of pretty meals. With this model, every single detail is designed to look amazing in a photo. From the way the food is arranged to the lighting in the restaurant, it's all about being shareable on social media. Here, the experience is the product.
And then you have this other model, wilderness dining. This trend is all about offering an escape. It plugs right into that desire we all have for health, for wellness, and for a connection to nature. It feels less like a meal and more like a little retreat from the craziness of daily life.
This model is really built on 3 core ideas. First, you've got unique, natural ingredients. Second, you create the scene, an immersive, natural setting. And third, you deliver the value, which is that feeling of health and pure emotional relaxation. And finally, on the efficiency side of things, we have the shop-in-shop model. Like a little coffee bar inside a bigger supermarket or a dessert stand in a department store. The upside is clear. You get instant access to foot traffic and way lower startup costs. But there's always a trade-off. You risk losing some control of your brand and you become dependent on the host store.
So, after going through the market, the products, and the different business models, what does it all really boil down to? The report pulls it all together into 3 crucial findings. First, and this is the big one, the market has grown up. The gold rush is over. The name of the game is no longer just expanding. Now, it's a brutal competition for efficiency, for quality, and for winning over your competitors' customers. Second key finding, experience is the new currency. Success isn't just about how good the food tastes anymore. It's about providing sensory stimulation, emotional value, and something people want to share online. That is what people are actually buying. And third,
The smartest innovation isn't about inventing something totally out of left field. It's about upgrading what's already familiar. The biggest wins came from taking something people already know and love and just making it feel fresh, exciting, and brand new.
Which, of course, leaves us with a really interesting question. In a market that's so driven by experience, where we're all looking for the next cool thing, what will that next big innovation be? The race is definitely on. Salon, prosperous in the year of the horse.